Hey guys, this is Nick from forexnoobs.com. Welcome to the midday analysis for Tuesday the 3rd of October 2017. Time is 15:01 here in the UK. You're looking at I'm going to switch to a Euro JPY daily. Actually, let's organize alphabetically and start with AUD JPY. You're looking at an AUD JPY daily chart. In today's analysis, we're going to be looking for price action, reversal, and continuation setups. Going to be looking for anything really that we see on the charts. For those of you not familiar with my analysis, I do flick through my charts pretty fast because I see everything I need to see on my charts in a few seconds. If a setup is there, I'll see it quickly. If it's not there, I'll just move on to the next chart. So this should be pretty quick analysis. If you have any questions about my strategy, it's linked to below this video. Okay, so daily chart, AUD JPY. There's nothing really going on here. It's in between support resistance areas, so we can't really do much. It's ranging really tightly, in fact, in between these areas. So there's not really any opportunity that I would consider tradable. But, you know, as with any range, it could break out either direction. It's just not on a support resistance area, so I don't want to trade it. All right, AUD New Zealand, what's it doing? It's pulling back up to this resistance area. It's not quite there yet. I might be interested in taking a short potentially if it does pull up to this resistance area as part of an overall continuation, but it's pretty far from that happening right now, so I'm probably not going to do anything there. All right, AUD USD. AUD USD actually looks pretty interesting. It looks like we're seeing a potential bullish setup here. Price is stalling on this support area. It's gradually getting lower, so it's very possible that it's going to continue to go down. But if it stalls for much longer, possibly on the daily chart here, if we get a stall on the daily chart, so this candle here closes pretty much as is, or maybe even with a bullish body would be a bit nicer. There is potential to get into a long trade here. So it wouldn't be just if this candle closes like this. It would need to close like this and then start moving up to give us a good setup. It has a good risk to reward ratio. Yeah, this one definitely has potential. Let's keep a close eye on AUD USD for a potential long. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for the daily candle to close, and then I'm looking for a move up from there. So I won't enter until the move up starts. So my entry is probably going to be around about the 78.45 or possibly even a tad higher, maybe even a tad lower. Just going to mess around with that entry at the time. I can't really decide anything until this candle closes. So that's why I'm pretty unsure at the moment. But what I am sure about is price is stalling on top of this support area. If it stalls until end of day, there might be potential for a reversal from this 0.7820 level. So let's keep a really close eye on that. CAD JPY. CAD JPY is already pulling away from this resistance area, so it's a bit too late. Euro AUD. Euro AUD is stuck on this resistance area still. This is just way too messy for it to be even remotely tradable. Euro GBP is pulling away from the support area. Yeah, looks like a good move. Anyone long on that, by the way? I wasn't interested in taking a long here last week. I'm just curious if anyone else jumped in. Oh, you're in, Ernesto? Nice. Well, it looks like it's going well. Looks like it wants to break those highs, so hold on to it. That's good work there, Ernesto. Euro JPY is ranging in between support resistance. Not much opportunity there. Euro New Zealand. Same deal, ranging between support resistance, so nothing I'd really want to trade there. Euro USD. Yeah, it's in between support resistance at the moment, so again, nothing I'm really too interested in trading. GBP AUD. GBP AUD is reversing from this resistance area. Is anyone short here? Doesn't look like that great a setup anyway, so I'm not surprised none of you are short. GBP CAD. Nothing much there. GBP JPY. Ooh, interesting. Counter trend, reversal trade. Not going too well right now. Doesn't look like it's something worth entering at this late stage. Maybe on the 12-hour, but no, I'm not too interested in it. If you'd already been in at the 6-hour, it'd be pretty much at your entry right now. There's potential on the 12-hour, but... did I say counter trend reversal, by the way? I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say continuation reversal. I don't know. Let's keep a close eye on GBP JPY. I want to see what happens here. Maybe if it stalls here any longer, it might give us a nice trade, but I'm not too interested in that. I'm not really convinced GBP is going to go up. I think it's going to go down rather. So GBP USD. Speaking of which, sinking back down to the support area. I mean, let's also keep a close eye on this. We're looking at GBP JPY for a potential long trade. I don't think I explained GBP JPY properly. So for GBP JPY, we're looking for a potential long continuation here. Now, I'm not really convinced it's going to happen, but it's worth watching on the daily just in case. So we'll keep a close eye on it. GBP USD, very similar situation. We're looking at a long continuation. Again, it doesn't really look like it's going to happen, but let's keep an eye on it on the daily. You never know. It could sink into the support area a bit further, and then we could get a nice setup. It's worth keeping an eye on and monitoring, but I'm not too excited about it, and I don't really think it's going to do anything. GBP AUD is not doing much. GBP CAD is broke above support. Now it's broke above resistance. Now it's stalling there, but yeah, nothing much there either. All right, New Zealand JPY. Closed this trade out. Last week I shared this long trade on New Zealand JPY. Closed it out, the final position just before the weekend. So, you know, midday Friday, somewhere around there. I'm glad I did because it's just like stalling out. So I would still be in profit at this point, but, you know, well, maybe not. Maybe I would just be at my entry at this point, but it just fell into this tight range. Didn't really do what I wanted it to do overall, but it was still a profitable trade. It still hit my initial target, still ended up profitable, but, you know, obviously I was hoping for a nice, strong continuation all the way up to here, but that didn't quite work out. Yeah, but whatever. Ended with profit, so I can't complain about this setup. But right now, there's nothing really happening there. New Zealand USD, what's going on with New Zealand USD? Stalling on top of this support area is not something I'm really particularly keen on trading. It's very messy to the left. But let's keep an eye on it. Let's see what happens. We might be able to get a long trade there, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Alright, USD CAD has finally broken above this resistance area. Was hoping for a reversal from here. I was keeping a close eye on it, hoping that we would get a chance to get into a short trade, but it just never really happened. And now it's above there. So there's not much I'd want to do there. USD CHF. Shared a short trade there last week. Would have been profitable if you closed out before the weekend. If you kept it open over the weekend and through to Monday, it would have pulled back now. But obviously the right move was to close before the weekend. It came down to here. So not much going on here right now, though. It's at this resistance area again. USD JPY, yeah, nothing much there. Okay. Finally, we're seeing something I want to see on these pairs. This is gold and silver, guys. I've been neglecting to play support resistance areas on these ones. Oh no, my support resistance area on gold's in fact a bit lower. On silver even. Alright, so let's not worry about silver right now. But gold. Let's take a quick look at gold. Gold is stalling here on top of this kind of minor support area. To be honest, I'm looking for it to move further down for a buy opportunity, but I'd be okay with buying from here depending on what happens. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on gold. I want to see what this daily candle does, if it stalls out properly. I mean, it's very possibly still in a downtrend, but this would be a point at which we could potentially see a reversal. Now, I would want to see a reversal from a stronger support area. So probably down here, to be completely honest. Oops. Probably down here, something like that. I prefer it to fall down to here before buying, but depending on what price does here, I might consider buying. So let's keep a close eye on gold and just see what happens with it. What I want is for this daily candle to close, and then I'll go from there. So yeah, let's recap. So AUDUSD, we have a potential long setup forming on this support area. Looks pretty good. I'm waiting for it to close on the daily, and then I'll decide from there what I'm going to do. New Zealand USD, potential long trade, doesn't look that great. Waiting for it to close and then see what I'm going to do. Probably nothing much with that one. GBP USD, waiting for it to sink into the support area for a potential long. We'll see what happens. GBP JPY, I'm going to wait for the daily to close and then reassess. Probably not going to do anything with this, but it's worth keeping an eye on. And our gold, I'm going to wait for the daily close and then see what happens and potentially get into a longer term kind of buy trade here. But honestly, like I said, it's probably not going to be long until this support area down here. This one's just a minor one, and I'm not convinced it's actually going to turn here. Anyway, main thing we have on the table today is AUDUSD. Let's keep a close eye on that one. That one's the one that looks good. All the other ones are kind of like, you know, worth keeping an eye on, but they don't look that great. Are there any questions, guys? Thanks for watching the analysis. I hope it was useful. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button below. Also, for instant notifications when I post analysis or other cool videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Once the setups I share in this analysis trigger, I post live updates as I manage the trade, such as my entry, exit, stop, and when to get out of the trade. For these updates, add me on Facebook or Twitter by clicking the buttons below. I'll see you in the next video.